YouTube? I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter project every single time and give my honest thoughts on how that's being ran. And today I'm very excited to be checking out Tower of the Soul 5e campaign location. This is a level 1 to 20 campaign location for 5e. Play as the forces of chaos and fight back against order and balance. So the first thing I want to mention is that this is not a fiber order, but this is someone who has placed a fiber order on a previous project, and then I screwed up, I think, like the audio on that project. So I'm going to be going hopefully a little bit more in depth on this one. We'll see. But it's nearly funded. It's got 19 days left to go, 92% funded from Bristol, UK. But I got to say, it's the, I believe, the 135th most popular project on tabletop games. That's going to be, that means that there's not nearly as much engagement as we want going on here. And the first thing I noticed is this is kind of a drab image. And the reason why I kind of noticed that was, like, when I make a thumbnail, I kind of just look for whatever the most exciting color is in the thumbnail, and then that's the color that I use in one of my my images. And I couldn't find anything bright or exciting here at all. Like, there would be the orange, there would be the pink, and I don't know anything about that, but it just was something, an observation that I noticed. Fight as chaos against the forces of the order and balance in this level 1 to 20 campaign location featuring tons of new LGBTQIA plus content. Now, I think that is a big misstep right there, not mentioning this, but like that needs to be on the marquee. Like, if you give people not just, because right now, if I don't see that, as I'm scrolling, I don't realize that I'm also supporting that cause, because I think there's going to be a whole different subset of people who are just going to be like, I just want to support this, so now this is on my radar. And so I would honestly have that as on the marquee, let people know that that's what you're about, because that's something you pound your chest about, I do think. So let's see if we can get this one funded. We need $400 more. So, as always, when you go into the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? So do I want it? It is a campaign location. Now, I'm not the biggest role player, but I'm assuming that means that this is just going to be an area, something that I can do while still in my world that I have created, which I think is an absolutely super cool thing. And one of these days, I am going to get into role playing with, but talking to Adam about it, I'm eventually going to get into it. So this sounds really cool. Play as the forces of chaos and fight back. So as always, let's go into the video.
Hi, I'm Kel of Awfully Queer Heroes, and thank you for checking out this Kickstarter. I wanted to tell you a little bit about what's included and more about myself, really. I am part of the... So
one thing I always recommend is, I can hear you perfectly fine. I have no issues with this, but I always think if there's ever... if you can do sub captions, what is it? The things on the bottom, the words on the bottom. I always think that's a good idea. But like I said, I can clearly hear everything, but I don't know. Just different people are different.
The LGBTQIA community, as is my partner, and I've never felt that within D&D there was enough representation for any of us.
Wow! Holy crap! Holy crap! This is not what I was expecting when I clicked on that main image of your video. And if this is what we're selling, if this is what we're trying to do out there, I think we definitely need to be leaning more in the main image that this is what this is about, pounding the chest, giving people that good feeling they get. You know, as someone who's an ally, and I want everybody in our hobby, I want to see projects like this succeed a little bit more, just so this can be the industry standard. Because I'll tell you, I interview lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people at Gen Con, and most of the time, if I'm talking to people that are at the top of the company, typically it is a middle-aged white guy. And I'm not saying that in a negative way or a positive way. I'm just saying that is my observation. So if we're giving people, I don't know, I would mention this, I think, a little bit more in the beginning. Give people that retweet where they can say, oh yeah, I'm going to support this. You know, I might not have the money to do it. I might not be interested in the project, but I'm still going to support it. And I was honestly thinking about doing that. I want to know some people's opinions in the comments down below. I was thinking about hashtagging this with some of the LGBTQ different hashtags to try and get a little bit more traction when I was launching this tweet to promote this. And I wasn't sure if that was cool or not. Like, I was like, I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to capitalize my video on that, but at the same time I'm trying to help. I don't know, it's a weird gray area. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Should I have put those tweets in there, like the little hashtag LGBTQ? I think I should have.
Kickstarter okay. And my previous ones are all aimed at trying to fix that and even the balance a little bit. The more I can even the balance, the happier I am.
This is just absolute beautiful, brutal transparency, and I love it. But how many people are not going to click on this because it just looks like a generic level 1 to 20 dungeon. It just looks like everything else D&D. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think the artwork was bad. I thought the artwork was good, but it just looks like everything else. It doesn't stand out from the crowd. It doesn't, and I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that.
This campaign location takes your characters from level 1 to level 20. It has 4 chaotic or demonic origin playable races. There are towns, ruins, fully LGBTQIA NPCs. The tower is absolutely randomized so that even if you were to play this campaign back to back repeatedly, you cannot ever know what is going to come next. Because the rooms, the battles, the magic effects, the traps, and so much more is fully randomized.
I don't even know what the hell any of that stuff mean, but it sounds exciting. If I'm playing a Dungeons and Dragons game, I want to play with this implemented with it instead of not with it. I mean, that's what I'm... And so this all sounds so good, but once again, I think you got to get people to this video. Like, this is great. Now, one thing I would recommend that they do in board games is... You're right now talking about your theme and your story, which is great. I love it. But maybe interweave just a little bit of the actual gameplay, which in this case, maybe some of the artwork, maybe some of the memorable quotes, or just something like that. I don't know what people spotlight typically in tabletop role-playing game things, but whenever they spotlight, maybe a little bit of that interweaved in here if you have the possibility of doing that. And if not, on the next one, if you send me some files, I could probably help with the editing, as long as it's not too major, because I myself am not the greatest editor either, but anywho.
If players ever have difficulty with a particular section, a boss battle, a puzzle, something along those lines, then they can hire pre-generating mercenaries. The costs per day are supplied, and all they have to do is show up, speak to the right person, and that mercenary is hired. I had a lot of fun writing those. There was a lot of fun little snippets that I got to include there. Something else that was
I'd like to see one.
Immensely fun was the rules for merging with an elemental.
Okay, so same thing I was saying board games. I think now we have lost that rah initial minute of this. I was just like, holy crap, this is visceral, this is different, and now we're just kind of just talking about the game. I think we need something else going on, because I think people, they don't spend that much time on a Kickstarter page typically. I've done a poll on it before. It's not very long, so you got to really grab their attention. And I think now, if we're going to just talk for 2 more minutes about what's in there, I think this is best served for the kind of things people could see potentially down below. Like, I love this. I love the idea. Give me just some of those really sexy snippets about that one part where I was like, whoa, I don't know anything about role playing, but that sounds super fun. That little bit.
It is permanent. It's not just a one-off thing. You get to merge permanently with this elemental of your choosing, and there are quite a few of them, and you gain stat abilities, you gain resistances, and battle abilities, which actually level up with your character's level. They don't just say, this is stagnant, here is your amount. It goes up with your character.
See, this is all really cool.
Evolving thing, which was so much fun to do. I had a great deal of fun writing those rules. Along with that, there is new healing rules. So if you...
See, I almost feel like if this was broken off into another, just sub-video down below, where it's you really want to get into the meat and potatoes of exactly what all is underneath this engine that you're going to be loving and running with your characters that you love and enjoy, then, bam, click on this video. Because... I really wish Kickstarter would give you the metrics of when people stop watching videos. On GameFound, they do, because you can implement a YouTube video, and then you can see exactly where people start to go to, and that would be so stinking useful.
You break your leg, it's not a 8-hour fix. Go to sleep for a little bit, and you can walk on it perfectly fine the next day. There are consequences, which are fully explained, but I won't go in the book, but I won't go into them now, because I do want some things to be surprises.
That's cool.
The tiers, they range from £15 to $100.
Okay, so now we're getting into the price, which I love price in video, but how many people didn't get through the one middle part? That's my question. And how often do you complete a Kickstarter video? Let me know that. What percentage of people actually even complete a Kickstarter video? That would be fascinating. I need a poll on that if I haven't already done it.
£85. That's quite a range, I understand. The 15 is for the digital edition. And
nice.
The 185 is the full physical and digital catch-up edition, which is 3 hardback books, 3 digital books, and the 3 medallions, which are all...
And this would be great, especially if it was just popped up right there so I could even be looking at it as you're seeing it. This is all great. I love this. Can we make this industry standard? I would love to know the pledge levels, assuming there's not a million.
So
if there's a million, you
add-ons
can't do
feature
it.
heavily within this work.
Actually, why not? Why can't you do it? At this point, everybody's made their decision.
There is a day medallion, a night medallion, and a corrupted medallion for the different sides of everything that is included within this. I'm really, really excited about this campaign, and I hope you'll enjoy it as much as I've absolutely loved writing it, because it has been so much fun. And there's plenty of interviews and reviews from both the playtesters and Control Group, who are a TTRPG review system. So they're on here as a podcast review, so please do listen to that. There's a lot of interesting information that has been supplied by them, that snippets, little sneak peeks. And thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the Kickstarter.
Alright. So, do I want it? Yes. I think you painted a good enough picture right there that if I'm a role-playing fan, I'm immediately like, yeah, this seems like a cool little thing that I could put in there. Can you do it? Yes. I feel comfortable. That felt like very much like a designer diary. You mentioned how you've done numerous different things in the past, and this is not your first rodeo, which I love hearing. And then how much is it? You've even told me about that. So I'm loving everything I've got right here. Like, all the information that I need, aside from like a little bit more in depth on the pledge levels, has been given to me. That's awesome. So, the Tower of the Soul. So, 4 created, 54 backed. Always go back here. So we have a collaborator. So we should have 2 people in the customer service and the updates, which is nice. And then, yes, this is the one I believe I did last time, so I doubt this one is out, The Hunt for Sunblade Tower. So right now we're just making sure these aren't flaming dumpster fires in the comment sections. Boop. 57, so no, that's not flaming dumpster fire territory. Hi, after receiving the latest updates, I realized my email somehow missed the digital release update, and I still have not received the... Hi, okay. Cool. So look. Responded 6 days ago, on it. Excellent customer service is exactly what I want to know. And not to mention, they've already got the digital book out. So, great. But that was great customer service. Because a lot of times you see these bigger companies, you'll see they just abandon these sections. How does one fulfill this if they were not able to get it? So 2 months ago. Great. Excellent. Loving the customer service there. I feel comfortable. Can you do it? And then, yeah, 14 comments. You can't have 14 comments to be a flaming dumpster fire. That's just not how flaming dumpster fire works. The Tower of the Soul. The realm of chaos and our people have been generations worth of violence, and nothing could pull that from the memory every day since records have been kept, has been filled. What do I want? I kind of just want to get to the prices. Like, I feel like that video did a good enough job. Like, you know, 'cause here's the thing. You have this cool idea. Like, here's this cool idea. This is a really neat idea. Here's this. But then you also have this fantastic cause over here. And so even if people weren't the best, you know, on this, they're like, I love that. And it's just, I want to get to the price. What's this? What is this? The balance strives to what the thing is, music? Okay. I don't know. I don't want to get copyright striked.
For the win. For glory. For balance.
Okay. So we're getting into the theme. We're going hard in the theme here. Created to be simple for new GMs, but with enough flexibility for advanced GM. Oh, that was actually... Wow, that's really cool information that I don't know if that was mentioned in the video, but that would be great to be mentioned on the video, or even at the front door. Like, hey, are you a newer GM? Are you thinking about making your own? This is something you could easily add in there. And it's got... That's awesome. But I would spotlight that a little bit more. Like, how far did I have to go? Yeah, I don't think it was really... Okay. Let's keep going. Created to be simple for new... This is a access-friendly and an LGBTQI plus filled project as queer, neurodivergent creators, awfully queer heroes strive to be completely inclusive, and that is reflected in all aspects of our work. Ooh. Yeah, like these. Holy crap. That is great artwork. Oh my goodness. Like this interweaved in there as you're starting to tell me some of the stories that you were talking about in that video. The tower is breached, calling all adventurers you've needed for an urgent excursion into the tower to destroy our ancient enemy. Visit the Fangs for additional information. May chaos guide you. Example job poster for starting the campaign. Yeah. Like, as someone who might want to be an aspiring GM, like, this looks cool. Or a GM, yeah. Maybe just need a break. Oh my gosh, things are going all crazy haywire. Okay, so yeah, I would totally splice in some of this stuff. This stuff's good. Product review by Control Group. Click an image to podcast link. Okay, so one thing I would also do is I might just snippet. Like, what was a snippet of there? Even if it's not like a fancy graphic thing, even if it's physical words, just something really nice they said about that they liked. Like one thing. What's in the box? A campaign location that will take you from level 1 to 20. A tower with randomized random encounters, magic, and much more for all levers. Okay, stuff. So the digital PDF edition, awesome, 15 euros. I convert it to United States dollars because most people who shop on Kickstarter are from the United States. So 50, yeah. I just always think that's a good idea. Just converting it to a couple of the major currencies, because I think UK has euros, so it looks just like United Kingdom, United States. So the soft cover edition. Cool. I'd like to see the zoomed in. Wow, this is like a... Is this a box or is this a book? I can't really tell from that image. Hardback. Oh, so it's a book. It's a book. I'm an idiot. Of course it's a... You're so dumb. All right, so hardback edition, $40 or 40 euros. Digital edition. No. This isn't euros. This is L's. What are L's? Those are pounds? That must be pounds. Digital catch-up edition. So what is this? What am I back in here? Digital catch-up edition. Oh, is this some of the older stuff that you've done? Is that... Because that's cool. Like your previous stuff. I'm all about that, especially if I'm one of those people that's just like, I want to support the cause. I love role-playing and I want to support the cause sort of thing. $70 paperback catch-up edition. $110 hardback catch-up edition. $105.85 ultimate edition with these things. But I don't know what these things are. So I have to go over here. Let's go. See what the most popular one is. 21 on the PDF. Okay. 35 get the paperback. 7 people. Interesting. Wonder what the shipping's looking like here. Probably not listed here. So hopefully the shipping is... Oh, it's postage details. Awesome. So UK, 7 euros, 12 rest of the world. So that's not actually 12. It's more like... Ooh, what is that? 19. But once again, that's why I kind of convert currencies. And that's a rough price to the rest of the world there. Which, I mean, it is what it is. And I know how that is. Like, I did a 500 print run board game. I know how that is. Shipping anywhere outside the United States of America sucks so hard. It's not fun. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you could, I would reach out. There's got to be some sort of role-playing game. Like, could you do print on demand, potentially? Like, something like that? I wonder if that would be, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of how you could offset some of the shipping costs. Because that's a lot on top of that. So that's essentially looking at 35 euros for a game, but that's more like $50. Okay, so anyway, book details, book size 21. So we do have conversions here, so 4x1, cool. And that's the, I like this. So this is the zoomed in shot I was hoping to see on those, but now I'm getting it. Let's see which one's the most popular. Kind of got distracted there. 34, so we have, nope. So 21 people with the hardcover. Okay, makes sense. All the digital catch-up edition. 7 backers, getting everything. Awesome. Paperback catch-up edition. 5 backers. Awesome. So you're kind of ensnaring people into this, and that's what you definitely love to see. Someone who didn't know about you in the past, now they're like, okay, I'm all on board this. And once again, I go back to the thing that I still don't know what these are. I'm still scrolling to figure out what those are, which is why like a little bit more detail about what they are would be great. 4 backers for this, and here we go. This is what we're getting. So then we get a Sunblade subclass hardback. No, the Hunt for Sunblade Tower. What's the thing we get? Digital edition, the Sunblade's digital. What am I? All physical stretch goals, all digital stretch goals. The Knight Medallion, the Uncorrupted Day. So yeah, you're mentioning what these are, but I don't even like. What does that mean to me? Why do I want the Knight Medallion? I don't know. I don't know why. Book details, digital. So this is where you're showing, what is this, binding? Oh, this is the, what was that? That was so weird. Oh, you're showing me roughly the percentages of what's going to go to the thing? Okay. And then we have a picture of a demon. Cool. Playable characteristics. Yeah, this would be so cool if this would have been just popped up while you were talking. And I think that could have helped really bridge that gap in that 1 minute where you really dug into the weeds about what was going on. Just to keep my eyeballs intrigued. Throughout this work, there are medallions. They look... Oh, so now we're talking about the add-ons. These, in fact, are the... Okay, the first is the Night Nebula, a stunning nebula of colors for embracing the darkness used by the Chaos Race for a multitude of things. So this is, like, thematic stuff that people can get that's, like, custom-made. Okay. Cool. 10 euros or pounds with 2 pounds P&P UK. I don't know what that means. Or 5 P&P for rest of the world. So print and play. What's the P&P? I don't know. VTT tokens. Based on the bosses and races included in this work, Kai has created 25 virtual tabletop tokens for use with the systems you are choosing. They will be provided within a zip file when the digital rewards are released and can be manually added into the system that you use. The full bag is €5 and can be purchased via the add-on section. What does that mean? Virtual postage and packaging. Okay. Virtual... Is that, I don't know if that's supposed to be virtual or if that's just not a word that I don't know, which could very well be the case. Tabletop tokens for use with the systems of your choosing. So I don't understand what this is. Maybe a little bit, yeah. I don't think I'm going to get that because I don't know what it means. Stretch goals. 10 additional monsters. Oh, wow, this is awesome. This is great. I would, okay, so when we get funded, that's a great thing to mention. I would mention this a little bit higher, because this is really cool stuff right here, knowing all this. 8 additional spells, because these are the kind of things where if that ball got rolling, if that right person just happened to retweet this to the right audience, you know, just the right set of eyeballs, this thing could get steamrolling. Okay, so what do we got? Recovering HP, looks in the books. I like this. A glimpse inside. Reviewed by the playtest GM. Tower of the Soul is an awesome adventure battling through room after room of new challenges. The pre-generated tables offer so many good options. They romp my prep tech time each week by hours. This is awesome. This is good stuff. I think that's a little bit long of a quote, but I think if you put it into quote format, I'd be much more likely to read it. I think most people would. Listen to Playtest Session 1. This is all great stuff to have. Like, great stuff, like, if I'm, like, on the fence. Late October, end of Kickstarter, mid-November, printing and play. Early December, Pledge Manager closes, shipping begins. Okay. Let's check out the FAQ, the updates, comments. Get this one a grade. Ask a question, nothing. Updates. Ooh. No responses to this at all. So many people. We only have 73. We do have 4 hearts. First, I want to say thank you to everyone who has backed so far. I appreciate your support so much in helping this come out. As the title says, we're 61% of the way to the goal, which is absolutely brilliant. If you could share the details with everyone that you know, I'd be most grateful. Let's hit that goal hard and fast so we can go on and smash the stretch goals. Fireside International Reviews took a look at the portion of the books and have yada yada. Kickstarter that I really like. You talk about another Kickstarter. Cool. Have an amazing day. Okay. So one thing I'd recommend doing, I always recommend doing, is always end every update with a question. One thing that I think would be such a no-brainer right here, since you have the game and you have the cause, and I'm not going to beat around the bush on that. Like, that's a great thing to be marketing here. Is what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Because I try to be so delicate when I talk about anything like this, because I'm a heterosexual white male. But I want to support, but I think asking the question, how do you think we could get this project to more eyeballs? Because I imagine that if there's a group of people in here that really want to see you supported, they might have some ideas and say, oh, I actually know this guy who runs a Facebook group. Maybe you could, he'd be cool with you doing like a live stream or something, talking about it a little bit or something like that. Anything like that, you never know, but especially when you have super backers, because super backers back just hundreds and hundreds of Kickstarters. It's ridiculous. And they will help you so much because they just love being part of the process of making dreams come to life. And I see it all the time at board games things where people are like, hey, we're really behind this weekend. We got 2 days left. Let's try and get this final stretch goal. And so they'll be doing like all sorts of crazy stuff. They band together. And I think that's what we got to get here, because the other thing is nobody commented either. So we have had no engagement on this project in any way, shape, or form since it launched, which is a bummer. So I think what you really got to do is just ask for it. Ask for that engagement. Ask for the next update. Be like, ask any sort of question. And hopefully people are still listening. You know, hopefully people haven't just clicked on it and said, okay, I hope this works out. Hopefully you can still ensnare them, get them engaged, because you got stretch goals, you got the kind of things you just need. You need that snowball push. I don't know what that is necessarily. But there you go. Tower of the Soul, 5e, campaign, location, fight as chaos. Go check this one out. It looks like it might be a cup of tea. So what's my final grade? So everything I asked for was here. Do I want it, can you do it, and how much is it was all answered in some way, shape, or form in the first video. I love that. And then we got down, so we have stretch goals. I don't like this location of the stretch goals. I don't like how much text we got down to get here before we get down to the prices. I don't like the fact that I actually had to watch for like 5 minutes before I really got to see some of this awesome stuff. Like this piece of artwork, just boom, that grabs me, that grips me. I want to zoom in on it. I want to look at all the little tiny details. Like, that's a great piece of artwork. This adventure that you're guiding me on, it sounds exciting. I just want to know about some of these things a little bit earlier, I guess. I don't know. Just looked at the title has been upgraded to include LGBT. I just think it makes sense. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below, because I always like to go behind the corner. I like to explain why I say some things, and I know this is not a topic that, I don't know. I should just shut up. If this looks so what's my final grade? I'm gonna go with a B+. I think some organization here and there. I think maybe some more pictures, maybe just grip people a little bit, but I don't know. I think this is rock solid. And it sounds fun. At the end of the day, if you like role-playing, this sounds like a fun one. But, there you go. If you enjoy what I'm doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button. I'm trying to reach 9,000 subscribers this year. It's a lofty goal, but I just hit 8,000. But help me out there if you want to. And also, let me know in the comments below, what grade would you give this project? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.